Hi guys, good morning. So if you are watching this video in the good morning, good morning. If you are watching this video in the evening, good evening. So today I am going to tell you the topic of Selenium, which was an web application used for web application automation. So I am going to do that. So I am going to make a series on this particular Selenium so that you can able to understand the things. So I'm Venkatesh Babu. I'm having 2 years, 3 months of experience in manual testing and we're pretty much interested to learn automation testing too, that too Selenium with Java. So without getting late, let's start into the session of Selenium. So let me share my screen quickly so that we can, yes, do you able to see my screen, right? Yes. See. Now, 1 minute. Yeah. So today our topic was Selenium. Yes. So Selenium. So what does this Selenium is? What does it mean? So if you are into an IT industry and if you are into the testing especially, so this Selenium will be very useful for you guys to automate the web applications without having any manual work, manual effect. So it will reduce the entire 90% of manual work, and for the regression test cases, we can use the Selenium tool to automate the web applications and to test the web applications particularly. So coming to this Selenium, so what is Selenium? So let's get into the topic. What is Selenium? So Selenium is a tool which is used to which is used to sorry which is used to automate this. So Selenium is a tool which is used to automate web applications by using different browsers and different platforms. Sorry, my rating was not that much good, so you need to adapt for that. So yes. So Selenium is a tool which is used to automate the web applications by using different browsers and what makes special to use this Selenium in the sense. So it's an open source tool. It's an open source tool in the sense. So it's free of cost. So there are some other more tools in our industry called QTP, where if you want to use this particular QTP tool, we need to pay the money for QTP people. The Selenium is not like that, so we can use the Selenium with free of cost. And this is a very good automation testing tool for for the web applications. So if you are doing testing for the web applications and you want some tool, it's very good to go for this Selenium, right? So now, mm, yeah, this is Selenium, and next I'll come to the topic of features of Selenium. Yeah. Are you guys able to understand, right? Yes, please in the chat box. Fine, fine. That's fine. That's great. So features of Selenium. So what makes Selenium to use as an automation testing tool when compared to the different types of other tools in the market? The first thing is I already told you it's an open source tool. In the sense, we are not going to pay single rupee of money to the Selenium people to use this. So it's an open source. And now, so whenever it comes to browser compatibility, so we can work on different types of browsers by using Selenium. In the sense, so we are having so many browsers, right? So like Chrome, we are having uh, that Internet Explorer is having. So that Internet Explorer was updated to Microsoft Edge. So Microsoft Edge, they are having, and Safari, we are having. So whatever the browser you are working on, so as it supports for web applications, so we can use that web applications in different types of browsers, right? That Chrome, Microsoft Edge, Safari. So Selenium can be used in any type of browser, right? Correct? Huh? No, understood, right? Next. So it can be used on any platform, any operating system, any OS. In the sense, we can use this Selenium on Windows. We can use this Selenium on Linux. We can use this Selenium on uh, Apple browsers also. Understood, right? So So these are the three features, the first common three features, which made Selenium a very special. So it is open source. We can use across multiple browsers called Chrome, Microsoft Edge, and Safari. We can use this tool on multiple platforms like Windows, Linux, and Mac also. Next. So to use Selenium, so we can use. So basically, what we will do in Selenium, we will write the test scripts. We will write the test scripts to automate the web applications. So while writing the test script, we need to use some programming language, right? So Selenium will support multiple types of programming languages like uh, Python, Java, C Sharp, so Ruby, Perl. So it can support multiple type of programming languages also. So you can use any programming language and you can write the script. So happily you can automate on any browser, any platform. So everything. So these are the main features of the Selenium. So the first one is it's a open source. Second one is browser compatibility, platform compatibility, and we can use this tool on multiple programming languages. Next, and some more features are also there. There are those are advanced features. I will quickly go into that one. The fifth one is so you know the test suits, right? So for example, a test suite will contains of multiple test cases. Let's say 100 test cases. So if you're doing manual testing now, so we need to conduct a manual testing in the sense we need to test these test cases one by one. First test case, second test case, third test case, fourth test case, fifth test case, like that and so on, so on, so on. So that the time will be very more required for this particular 100 test cases. But so if you're using Selenium, so there is a component called Selenium grid in Selenium. I'm going to explain that in very few minutes what is Selenium grid and those things. So my topic here is the features of Selenium. In these, so we can execute these 100 test cases parallelly at a time. Parallel execution of test cases. Yes. So we can execute this 100 100 test cases parallelly at a time, which reduces enormous time of test cycle. Yeah. So this is which is very great features the Selenium people provided. So parallel test distribution is there. Now, so in web applications, we are having different types of dynamic elements. The dynamic elements, 61. Sorry. So dynamic elements in the sense we are having, we can have uh, drop downs, we can have uh, input fields, we can have radio buttons, we can have checkboxes. So these are all different types of elements which are very dynamic. So which will be changed to the very functionality to the functionality. So to handle these type of things, Selenium is communicate with the browser directly. So Selenium is going to communicate with the browser web elements directly. Yeah. So these are the different types of features of Selenium. Understood, right? So I have discussed two things here. The first one is Selenium. What is Selenium and why Selenium? And the next one is features of Selenium, which included six different types of features. Let me quickly revise those things. The Selenium is a tool, is a open source tool, we can say, which is used to automate different types of web applications by using different browsers and different platforms. So it's pretty simple. Selenium. So why Selenium in the sense it's very free of cost compared to the remaining tools in the market. Next, the second topic I have discussed is features of Selenium. The first thing is the first advantage of using Selenium is it's an open source, as I have mentioned here. And next, it supports multiple browsers like Chrome, Microsoft Edge, Safari, etc. So it supports multiple platforms or multiple operating systems like Windows, Mac, Linux, and other things. And the fourth one is so whenever we are writing test scripts, we need to write in a particular language, right? Selenium supports multiple languages like Python, Java, C Sharp, Ruby, and Perl. And the next thing is parallel execution is possible in Selenium, which reducing enormous time of test cycle by Selenium component called Selenium Grid. And so whenever we are having dynamic elements in the in our web applications, so the Selenium is going to communicate with the web elements directly. So these are the features of the Selenium. That's understood. Right? So, so let me arrange these things. Yeah. Yeah. So that it will be more clear for you people. Yes. Correct. Yes. Now, so the next topic I am going to discuss is so the history of the Selenium. Yes. It's pretty clear, right? Now, coming to the next topic, that is history of Selenium. So how the Selenium came? So who invented this Selenium? So what was the backdrop of this particular Selenium? In the sense, so the Selenium is not just a one tool. So it's a suite of tools in a sense. So this Selenium is comprises of mul- 1 minute, guys. Yeah. So it's not just a one tool. So Selenium comprises of multiple tools. So it's a suite of tools. Suite of tools, we can say. So the components or the suites or the tools comprises in this Selenium are the first one is Selenium IDE, and the next one is Selenium RC. The next one is, which is very most important, and we are going to discuss about this thing in our next videos also. This is Selenium WebDriver, and the next one is Selenium Grid, which I told the futures of Selenium, right? So Selenium ID in the sense integrated ID means integrated development environment. So this is IDE. And Selenium RC means remote control. Means remote control. Now, so these are the different types of tools that present under umbrella of Selenium. Selenium ID, Selenium RC, Selenium WebDriver, and Selenium Grid. So now I'm going to explain you the things how this got invented and how this will work. So who invented these things and all the things I'm going to explain you people. So coming to the first one, Selenium IDE. Yeah, yes, Selenium IDE. So this Selenium IDE is a tool where we can use this tool for only record and playback in the sense. So to use Selenium, we are not required to use any programming language, no knowledge required of regarding the programming language. Just so we will on the Selenium server and we will record the session. Those recordings will get our script and we will play back to do the necessary testing. This is Selenium IDE, which was very older version. So to automate dynamic web elements, so it won't be suitable for us. So this is pretty much about Selenium ID. There is nothing in that. So it's like a prototyping tool in the Selenium umbrella. So Selenium ID. So it's used for only uh, record and playback. Next, Selenium RC. So Selenium RC is one of the major tool developed by the Selenium people where they have used writing the scripts by using programming languages, by using different types of programming languages so they can write the scripts. So in order to so there is no concept of record and playback in this particular Selenium RC. So they have overcome this. So as we are recording and playback, so it won't be that much efficient with communicating with the browser. So we can't able to test dynamic elements by using this Selenium IDE. So where the Selenium RC overcame those issues, like by using different types of programming language, we can effectively talk with the browser and we can able to reduce the work also. Next, this is Selenium RC remote control. Later, so to use this Selenium RC, we need to have our Selenium server on, and we need to have this Selenium entire Selenium application in our particular uh, not Selenium web. What are the application that we need to run in the background to use this in order to use this Selenium RC? So the next beautiful thing was to overcome those problems also, they have implemented Selenium IDE. Sorry guys. Selenium WebDriver. Yes. So this is the thing that we are going to discuss for our next series of videos also about this thing. So Selenium WebDriver. So by using the programming language called Java. So why Java in the sense that Selenium uh, plus Java is the very hottest combination ever, and it is ruling the uh, testing era like anything. So it is the hottest combination. I am going to use Java with Selenium by using Selenium WebDriver only. Moreover, I forgot one point here. This Selenium RC is now deprecated. So they have merged all the Selenium RC functionalities into this Selenium WebDriver only. Now, Selenium, I'm talking about Selenium WebDriver. Right? Yes. So it's very pretty much better than the Selenium ID and Selenium RC. So now this Selenium WebDriver is going to with the browser directly. Communicate with the browser directly. So this is also going to communicate with the browser directly, but we can't able to do that much efficiently. And to use this, in order to use this, we need to have Selenium server on entire. So whenever we are doing testing, so we need to uh, keep on that particular Selenium RC server. So it's not like that in the Selenium WebDriver. So this is about Selenium WebDriver. Next, coming to the last one, but not least, is Selenium Grid. Yeah. So what the Selenium Grid is going to do? So for say, if you are having 100 test cases in our test suite, so if you want to execute these 100 test cases at a time in different browsers, at a time in different browsers, so then we are going to use for Selenium Grid. We can't able to use this Selenium Grid independently. We need to combinedly use Selenium WebDriver with Selenium Grid or Selenium RC with Selenium Grid. As Selenium already got deprecated, we are going to use Selenium WebDriver and uh, Selenium Grid combinedly. Why? Because so we are going to write the test cases here, but not here. So we will have the test suite, different types of test suite. Let's say one test suite, first test suite, second test suite, third test suite. So in this we are having 100 test cases. In this we are having 100 test cases, and in this we are having total of 300 test cases we are having. So here, if I want to execute the 300 test cases at a once, so we need to integrate this Selenium WebDriver with Selenium Grid, so that we can able to achieve parallel execution in our Selenium script. Yes. And now, so this is about pretty much about Selenium, different types of Selenium components or different types of Selenium tools which are under Selenium umbrella, called a big umbrella called Selenium umbrella. Now, how the thought of Selenium came in a sense, so it was like mm, so this was invented by Johnson Huggins. This guy made very much headache for us. No, not like that. So, but we can able to uh, talk with the browsers very effectively by using automation testing, where we can decrease the time of execution also. So this Johnson Huggins is the guy so who uh, invented Selenium. in 2004. So what he do is, so he is also working in a company as a test engineer called, so he is working in a company called ThoughtWorks. So while he is doing this, he is also a test engineer. While he is doing the web application, so it is taking very much manual effort. So he thought of that why we are not having any tool which automates the web application. So this makes him to invent the Selenium properly. So there are, so as we are having Selenium IDE, Selenium Arches, Selenium WebDriver, Selenium with different types of uh, uh, tools in this. So different types of people came and invented these things. The first foundation laid by this Joseph Huggins in 2004. He was worked in a company called ThoughtWorks. So this is guys. So this is about today's session. So let me brief the things. So what I have discussed. So I will tell you one more time what I have discussed with you guys for having clear knowledge. Yes. So first I went into the Selenium directly. So telling what is Selenium and how Selenium is different from the other language, other tools. And next, I discussed the features of Selenium, which we have discussed six different types of features in that. And next, I have discussed about uh, components components of Selenium. And next, I have discussed about uh, who invented Selenium. Who invented Selenium? So this is the thing I have discussed. So let me brief the things one more time. So Uh, coming to the Selenium, the first thing, so it's a tool, it's a open source tool which is used to automate the web applications, mainly web applications, guys. So if you're having a Windows-based application, we can't able to automate the things by using Selenium. So the things which are we are going to use in the web applications, so we can't able to automate the things by using automate the mobile applications also by using Selenium. So we can automate only the web applications. So it's a open source tool where we can able to uh, automate web applications by using different types of browsers in different types of platforms. Coming to the features, it's an open source tool, so it can compatible with different types of browsers. It can compatible with the different types of operating systems. So we can use multiple languages to write scripts in the Selenium, and we can execute the test cases parallelly, and we can able to communicate with the browser web elements directly by using this Selenium. Yes, so those are the components. Sorry, those are the features. Next, coming to the components of the Selenium, we are having four different components called IDE, Selenium IDE, Selenium RC, Selenium WebDriver, and Selenium Grid. So, I have already told you this Selenium IDE is an integrated development environment where we can uh, use the Selenium ID as only as record and playback things. So no need of programming languages in order to use this Selenium ID. Next, coming to the Selenium RC, it is one of the main tool, which is the fundamental tool. So they have invented. So this is the first tool where they have used programming languages to write the scripts. So it was very much slow, and we need to keep on our server on. So in order to use the Selenium RC, so to overcome those things, so Selenium WebDriver got introduced. So where we can realistically communicate with the different types of dynamic web elements by using this Selenium WebDriver, and we are going to use this in our next sessions also. Next, this is the thing. Next, coming to the Selenium grid, whenever we are having the topic of parallel execution, or we are having very less time to execute the test cases, so we will go with Selenium grid. So these can't be used individually, though these can be used with only with Selenium WebDriver or Selenium RC. This Selenium RC is already deprecated, guys. There is so these all the features are combined into Selenium WebDriver now. Next, coming to who invented Selenium in the sense, it's like Joseph Huggins in 2004. He invented Selenium while he was working in the ThoughtWorks. So he had a thought of uh, Mm, as he is a test engineer, it is taking very much time to test the application, so that he has a thought that why not we develop an application so which supports which support automation in a sense. So likewise, he made a foundation to invent different types of Selenium. As we are having four different types of Selenium tools, so each one was different, invented by different people later, but the foundation was laid by him, called Johnson Sightings. So this is pretty much introduction to the Selenium. So why Selenium? What is the features? What is the components? Who invented Selenium? So this thing is. So next thing. So in our next video, we are going to discuss about uh, how the Selenium is going to communicate with the browsers. So what was the process? What was the internal things that are going to happen while we write a script in Selenium and giving it to the browser? So the internal process we will discuss, and if time permits, I will go to the next level topics also. The in next session we will discuss about how this Selenium is going to communicate with the browsers and what are the internal things that are going to happen. Yeah. So this is for today. Thank you guys. Thank you for watching. Bye bye. Till then, take care. Bye guys.